I'm not talking live while this is being taught on the flip chart. I'm going to be speaking over what Mr. Sword and I did in about January, as we've lost both of the audio files, which is not the best, but I'm sure it'll be just as effective if I talk over what's happening. Today we're going to look at ordering fractions in ascending or descending order. Now, first and foremost, you need to understand what ascending and descending in is. If I'm ascending, I'm going from from bottom to top. I'm ascending, I'm going up. Ascending up, it's like think of an aeroplane setting off. And if you're descending, you're going down. So we're going to be descending as if you're going down. Let's say someone may be descending on an abseil or something like that. That would be very, very useful. So in this question over here, in these questions over here, we're going to be going from ascending or in ascending order. So we're going to be going from smallest to biggest. Now I've just written out the questions there. So I've written out the 4 fractions: 1/2, 1/4, 3/8, and 3/4. There is no way, or I suppose there's a way you can maybe estimate, but that's all you're doing is you're estimating. You can't just estimate if you want to get 100% clarity of the answer. So when you're ordering fractions, the one thing you need to do is you need to make sure that all the fractions are the same size. So how do we make sure all the fractions are the same size? Well, they can only be the same size if the denominators, the bottoms, are all the same. So as you can see, 1/2, 1/4, 3/8, 3/4. They're not all the same sizes. So what we need to do is we need to make them all equivalent fractions. We need to all make them over a certain amount. So what can we do? The best way to do this is identify what all numbers can go into. So can 2 go into 4? Yes, so 4 could be it, but 8 can't really go into 4. You need to divide. We want to multiply into the highest common denominator. So, for example, can 2 go into 4? Yes, it can, but it can't go into. But 8 can't go into 4. So let's try 8. Let's try the largest number. So we go 2 into 8. Yes, it can. 4 into 8 and 4 into 8. So that's perfect. So every single number can go into 8. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make my denominator over 8. And I think I'm about to do it first. What I need to do is then I need to just make an equivalent fraction. Go back to the equivalent fraction lesson if you need some help. Is I just make equivalent fractions of those numbers when I have my denominator of 8. So hopefully soon I'm going to start writing the denominator of 8. So there you go. I've written all my denominators as 8 because 4 can go into 8 and 2 can go into 8. So I can make equivalent fractions with all those denominators being 8. So then what we have to do is make them equivalent fractions. So if I have 1/2, what is that going to be equal to over 8? So you ask yourself the question, what did I do to the 4? I multiplied it by 2 to get to 8. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So if I multiply 2 by 4, I need to multiply the 1 by 4. And therefore, I get 4 over 8. 1/2 is equal to 4/8. If I had 1/2 of a cake and I had 4/8 of a cake, I'd have the exact same amount. Do exactly the same for the next one. I need to multiply the 4 by what to get to 8? It is 2. So I multiply 4 by 2. And then I need to multiply the numerator by 2 to get 2 over 8. 1/4 is equal to 2 over 8. Same over here. 8. What did I do to 8 to get to 8? I multiplied it by, 1, because 8 times 1 is 8. So it's pretty simple, this one. 3/8 is going to equal, yes, 3/8. So I'm just multiplying there because I like showing my working no matter what, even though I know 3/8 is, of course, equal to 3/8. Okay, again, we've got 4 as a denominator. I need to multiply 2 to get to 8. I multiply the 3 by 2, and I get 6. Now I have all numbers as actual equivalent fractions. I've created my equivalent fractions, and now it's really easy to order because I have all of my bits. As Mr. Saul says, all the bits are exactly the same. So now I can order them in ascending order. Remember, from smallest to biggest, ascending. Again, think of that plane ascending into the sky. So what's the smallest number? We've got 2 over 8. We've got then 3 over 8. We've got 4 over 8, and then 6 over 8. So we're starting from smallest to biggest. Okay, question B. We've got 2/3, 4/9, 5/6, and a half. Again, we're going in ascending order. But again, you can't just guess these because you're not going to get 100% right every single time. So the way in which you make sure is you make equivalent fractions where all the numbers that are denominators are the exact same. Again, we ask ourselves the same question. What is the number that all of these numbers can go into? So I've circled 9. Can 3 go into 9? Yes. Can 6 go into 9? 6 can't go into 9. So even though 9 is the largest number, in the last question we looked at the largest number and every number can go in, it was pretty easy. We actually can't use 9 as the common factor. We can't use 9 as the denominator for every other number to go into. So that provides a little bit more of a challenge, especially since the fact that 2 can't go into 9 anyway. However, if I multiply 9 by 2 and I get 18, can 6 go into 18? 6, 12, 18, yes it can. Can 2 go into 18? Yes, 2 times 9 is 18. So all I needed to do was just go into multiples of 9 until every single other number can go into it. Because I can't go into multiples of 6s because 9 is not going to go into it until it goes into its next multiple. So the multiples of 9, 18, well 18 is a great one because all of the numbers can go into it. So I should be in a minute writing all of my denominators as 18. Okay, there you go. I've written all my denominators of 18. I'm now ready to go. Remember, I'm creating equivalent fractions now. So I'm going to find out what 3 is needed to get to 18. What multiples of 3 need to get to 18? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So I need to multiply 3 by 6 to get to 18. So I write times 6. That's what I did to get to 18. To make an equivalent fraction, I then need to multiply the 2 by 6 as well to get that numerator. And the answer is 12 over 18. So I've multiplied that numerator by 6 and I get 12 over 18. 12 over 18 is the exact same as saying 2 over 13. 9 I multiply by 2, so I need to multiply 4 by 2 to get 8. 6, 12, 18. 6, 12, 18. So I multiply 6 by 3. I need to multiply 5 by 3 to get to 15. 5 over 6 is equal to 15 over 18. 2, I multiply by 9, just as I said earlier. I need to multiply 1 by 9 to get to 9 over 18. And there you go now. I've got all of my equivalent fractions done. And now it's simply ordering the smallest number to the biggest number. I think I've made an error there. So I start off with 8 out of 18, then 9 out of 18, then 12 out of 18, or 12 over 18, and then 15 over 18. So as you can see, then I've just put them back into the original form. We've got to make very sure that it's the correct one. So 4 over 9, which is 8 over 18, is the lowest number. Then you've got the half, then you've got the 2/3, and then you've got the 5/6. So once you've found all the equivalents and you've been able to order them, make sure you put them back into their original fractions in their order from lowest to biggest. The next one, we have 1/5, 3/4, 7/10, and 4/5. Again, make sure all the denominators are the same so that you can make 100% sure that you've got the right answer. Now we're going to look to find a number that all of these numbers can go into. Can we use 10, which is the largest number? No, because 4 can't go into 10. I take my largest number and I multiply it by, I do its multiples. Can every number go into 20? Yes, I've gone quicker in this round. Yes, so 20 is a number that all of those numbers can go into. All of those numbers are indeed factors of 20. So again now, 5 to get to 20. Multiplied by 4, multiply the top. 4 multiplied by 5 to get to 20, multiplied by 5. 10, I need to multiply by 2 to get to 20. I multiply the 7 by 2 to get 14. 5 multiplied by 4 to get to 20, multiply the 4 by 4. And then I get 16. Whoa, I went through that one very quickly. That's good. I suppose the quicker you go throughout, the better. Then I'm going to order them. 4, obviously first, then 14, then 15, then 16. And then I need to put them back into their original form. So which one was 4 out of 20? That was 1/5. That's my smallest number. There you go, circled it. Then I go into 14 out of 20, which is 7 out of 10. That's my second smallest number. Did a little circle around it. And then I've got 15 out of 20, which is my third. And then I put a little circle around that one. And then finally, I've got 16 out of 20, which is my largest fraction. And then I've got 4 out of 5 for that one. And there you go. That's exactly how you should be doing ordering fractions. Make sure all the denominators are the same. Find the equivalent fractions of them. And then order them. And then put them back into the original form. And you should be absolutely fine. Well done.